What's up folks, Crush SG back with a quick video on how the 1.3 changes affect Noelle. I know I went over this briefly in the Zhongli video, but I got quite a few comments asking me to elaborate on how the buff affects Noelle specifically and why I'm so happy about it as a Noelle main. So in the Zhongli video I mentioned that while the 1.3 buffs are very much catered to buffing Zhongli, of all the other Geo units, Noelle is the second most affected by these buffs. And it goes beyond the obvious damage buff from the extra resistance shred, which, just to recap, it's 20% geo resistance shred from the geo resonance and up to 40% geo resistance shred if we run Zhongli in that double geo team. Well, Noelle also benefits from the change to Geo Shields, and in conjunction with the damage buff, this could have a much larger impact on her than it would seem on the surface. You see, one of Noelle's strengths, especially at C6, is that she is one of the only 3-in-1 carries in the game. No other unit does this. Most of them either bring DPS and heals or DPS and shields, but not all three. The value here is obvious, of course. You are basically free to run more DPS-oriented supports for total team DPS output, right? Well, here's where we run into the biggest problem with Noelle: energy regen. Every Noelle main knows that above all else, Noelle needs a ton of help with energy regen, and this often requires building teams dedicated to batterying for her, which kinda negates the benefits of her being a 3-in-1 carry in the first place. So how does the change to the Geo Shields help this situation? Simply put, it allows us to sacrifice defense for more energy recharge without giving up so much shield strength that it makes her shield useless. The change effectively provides a 50% multiplicative buff to Noelle's shield strength, and this is a true multiplicative increase. It is not additive to the bow light bonus or the other shield strength bonuses. 150% increased damage absorption to all elemental and physical damage means you take the final shield strength after all bonuses are applied and increase that value by 50%. For those who still don't see the significance here, let me try a different approach. Prior to 1.3, Noelle mains typically have a choice to make with three predominant options. First, you can sacrifice Noelle's personal damage for energy regen by running something like the Favonia's Greatsword on her. Option 2 is you can sacrifice a large chunk of potential team damage by building your team specifically to battery for Noelle. And the third option is you can sacrifice defense on Noelle's timepiece for an energy recharge one instead, in which case you are sacrificing damage, shield strength, and heal strength. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. You could run the Skyward Pride if you have one to make up for some energy recharge and maybe still keep defense on her timepiece. You could also run the White Blind with an ER timepiece and maintain respectable defense values. But the bottom line here is no matter what we do right now, we are currently being forced to choose between damage, her 3-in-1 carry potential, and energy recharge in some way, shape, or form. Well, this is what the situation looks like post 1.3. Gain up to 51.8% ER via the timepiece, while still having a stronger effective shield than you did prior to 1.3, giving up a functionally negligible amount of heal strength and ultimately sacrificing little to no damage compared to your pre-1.3 values because of the buff to Geo Resonance. But Crush, doesn't Noelle's C4 kinda benefit from having a shield that breaks quickly? Sure it does, but we have to remember that Noelle's heal capabilities are entirely dependent on her shield being up. If her shield breaks prematurely, she can't heal. So you are literally trading almost all of her defense abilities just to produce one large hit of damage that would still occur regardless after 12 seconds when the shield expires. Not great value in my opinion. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover in this video, folks. I hope it helps explain the significance the 1.3 changes have to Noelle specifically. As always, hit that like button, drop a comment, crush that subscribe button for more Genshin content, and I'll catch you in the next one.